Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for all those subscribers who subscribe my channel. And welcome back to Bazai, where we talks about more AI tech content. Today, I'm diving into something truly exciting, agentic AI system, and more especially how to build them and what kind of AI systems you require depending upon your problem statements. It comes to not only into your problem statement and the kind of logic which needs to be built in terms of utilizing the single agent versus multi-agent frameworks. So I hope you gone through the entire video where I discuss a rule-based agents, AI systems, and workflow AI system and autonomous AI systems. So, which is going to help you to understand which agentic AI system is suitable for your project or your needs of it. So, why we need agents? So, we have LLMs and it's powerful, which has a huge contextual information with it. So, it's gonna respond to your prompt-based queries or generate a prompt-based content. The- But when you look at LLMs with agent-based architectures, help you to do a multi-step reasoning and break down to the complex problems, understand into the different one. You can define into the rule-based, reactive, and planning, and you might get with the multiple tooling capabilities and which has native protocols which leverage you to get a plan logic and automated your day-to-day task. That's why the agents are the modern day needs of it. Unlike the LLMs, agents with LLMs with mixture of MOE are most significant to give you the value to your applications. Advanced protocols in terms of model context protocol, agent to agent protocol, agent communication protocol, and which has a calling functionality and integrate with the databases and it works across the domains. That gives them a upper hand with a mixture of expert within LLMs. That's change everything and agentic world. So if you wanted to orchestrate your multi-agents with the crew, it might be into the reactive framework, or you can build with your camel frameworks. It's all boiled down how you are solving the complex problems at this moment. But before we start, right, let's understand what are the four AI system, agentic systems, which we are talks in this session. The first one is the rule-based agent. So think about a logic and how you're gonna execute the logic. So if you set a rule, if X happened to do Y and the agent follow through it, what that is means when you define a rule to agent to do a certain repetitive task, agent understand what is the input and output of the task and it's performed better. But the challenge here, it has a low autonomy and it has a low control. What does it means to you? It is like the human interaction is gonna be less or a feedback is gonna be low in this kind of rule-based agent. But where to use this? So approving any of the reimbursements, copying the data into the dashboard, which is perfect for this. And I recommended when you started building the rule-based agent, always looks it has low autonomy and low control. That's only the follow. and it might not have a deep reasoning capabilities within itself. And the second one, workflow agent. These are gonna be a human in loop agent. What does it mean? When you have a summarization of your meeting, or you might require to translate a different language, or you might give the feedback, so some of those tasks, then this is a perfect because it has a control where you can start it interacting and to the agent, and you can correct the few of the things with the agent. So what happens into your day-to-day life or day-to-day meetings? I've seen some of the VPs or executives is to drop me a meeting summarization. It's a wake for me. The reason, the LLM doesn't understand the task level of the context about the project, what is all about, and it doesn't know what tasks to be assigned to the who is a kind of a responsible person. But in this kind of a scenarios, workflow agents are pretty strong, and you can start utilizing that into your problem statements when it comes to summarizing the meeting and translating with the help of the human feedback. And the third one is like semi-autonomous agent. What is going to do it right? It's moderate the autonomy and as well as the human checkpoints as well. So think about the problem statement. You wanted to drop a personalized email to one of your colleague or might be one of your customer with having the CRM system data, and draft the email with the history of like trialing on top of the email. Then the semi-autonomous agents works fine because it's handle multi workflows, and even it's having the human clarification when it's needed, and it's gonna be pretty great into automating the task while keeping in a human in a loop. And the fourth one is more about the high autonomous agents. So think about the problem. You wanted to do a huge log analysis, and where every time you might not go and explain the why this log is going to be generated, or a weekly huge dump of the log which it needs to be analyzed, then autonomous AI agents works fine. It has a self-correctness, and it's plan and react. It's gonna have a react framework within the autonomous agent with having the high autonomy, and it's gonna be perfectly suit when you are dealing with the huge data, pulling from a different sources and comparing them and try to giving you a feedback on top of it. It's gonna works fine. And that's where we need to understand like it's not just like building the agents blindly. You should understand what is your problem, the level of autonomy needed, and the number of the systems and domains involved. Only choose which one is gonna be better depending upon your problem statement, and only choose whether it's gonna require a single agent, multi-agent, or work-driven architecture. That's all how I'm gonna handle my agentic AI application. And at Bazai, I'm trying to experiment with multi-agentic frameworks, which is doing MCP integration and domain-specific protocol. And to this framework is not just building with code, how I'm building with the true AI autonomy with a deeper kind of like agentics into the future. And I hope this help you guys to build a deeper understanding to pick up which is the right design for a right agentic framework for your next project. I hope this gonna help you, and don't forget to like or subscribe or drop your comment for to understand more about the agents. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.